Okay, Grand Rising. Today is Monday, April 24th, 2023, and we have the wonderful Rosa Renee from Face Game Beauty on Grand Rising Elizabeth. And
Hey,
Grand Rising, Grand
Grand
Rising.
Rising.
Hey,
Woohoo.
Grand Rising.
Grand
Well,
Rising.
that's a unique picture.
Almighty Grace, that is gorgeous. She looks like, she reminds me of Oshun. That is pretty.
That is
That's
Oshun.
exactly who she said it was.
That's
What'd you say?
Oshun.
Oshun.
Oh yeah, I know my Orishas. I know my Orishas when I see them. That's Oshun. And it's perfect. That's beautiful picture to see. Oshun is an Orisha of beauty, of gorgeousness, of sensuality. And it's perfect to see her. And we have Rosa Renee because she's of beauty.
Well,
Um,
thank you.
what is it? Oshun is over the river. She's sweet rivers. She's everything sweet and luxurious. So
Nice.
she's a beautiful goddess, and she's a beautiful goddess to work with because she's all about the beauty of it all and
That's
being,
awesome.
she is amazing. She is absolutely, absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
And beauty with no, what's the word? I'm like, she don't care if you think she beautiful or not. She knows she beautiful.
Oh yeah, that come with confidence.
Hmm.
Knowing who you are as a woman, inside and out.
And she also basically, the other Orishas at one point in time didn't think that she was, as good as them. So they kind of turned her back. So she walked away. When she walked away, all the sweetness um, on the earth walked away with her. The
Hmm.
rivers dried up. Things dried up because there was no sweetness around them. They begged her to come back. Like, okay, you are important to the group, so we may kind of need you to come back. And they made a promise never to think that she wasn't important, but that beauty, that sensuality, just the loveliness of it all, it's important. You need that in life.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
need
like you
that.
never miss a good thing until it's gone.
Yeah,
And what she did was empowered the people. And they didn't realize that they had such a strong, elegant, a woman of elegance in the midst of them.
exactly.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Nice.
I when I see a picture of Oshun, I was like, I resonate with that because that's part of but it is a religion, but that's what I believe in. And I'm like, I like for my guides and everything to look like me. That's what that is. So some people have compare her to Aphrodite in Greek mythology, um,
Hmm.
and some
I
other
love the
things. And
Greek
I'm like,
mythology.
well, I like Oshun because she looked like me. Aphrodite don't look like me. That's you know, Venus,
Cracking up.
they don't look like me. Oshun looks like
You
me.
hold your own beauty. Each and every one of us as individuals, we have our own beauty that we hold inside and out. So
Yes, ma'am. And
none
then
of
we have
us
people
look
like
one and
you
the
and your
same.
products like you that bring that out, breed out. So, you know, tell us more about the wonderful Rosa Renee. Like, who are you? Where did you come from? How did you come to be you?
Well, to make a long story short, born in Detroit, raised in Detroit, in the hood. Um, I guess you can say I was sheltered growing up. But one thing, my mother surrounded me around beauty. I would watch her put makeup on in the mirror, and it's like I'm the youngest of all my siblings, predominantly males when I was growing up. So I grew up around a lot of boys. But so I was kind of like a little tomboyish, part pritzy, but it was the elegance of my mom and the older women in my family that made me really hone in on the beauty part of it all. And so that's one of my stories with Face Game Beauty, because I didn't realize that makeup was actually a passion of mine. I actually went to hair school to do hair because hair has always been like a side hustle, working in corporate America, but still doing hair at the same time as a side hustle, though. And I said, okay, I'm going to go to hair school. Go to hair school. And then I figure out I don't really care for doing hair as much as I thought I did. And I just got so fascinated by the beauty part of it all. And that's one thing about the beauty industry within itself. There are so many different facets to the beauty industry that you can tap into. You know what I mean? And so I definitely tapped into the beauty part of it all. And I had to figure out, I'm like, why am I so, enthusiastic about the makeup? I came for hair. And I'm like, okay. And then as I think about, cognitively in my mind, I'm like, okay, it all began with my mother, watching her put makeup on, watching my aunts put on makeup. They were so in tune with beauty. So there you have it. And then, not to mention, my mother actually bought me make your own lipstick kit when I was just 7 years old for Christmas.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I was only 7 years old. So there you have it. And so I think from that childhood, sometimes we often wonder, well, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? So that's my story. I believe that has a lot to do with why this is such a passion of mine. And, it's such a passion so that I left corporate America 2.5 years ago and started this company. And I've never looked back since.
You sound like someone else I know. Someone else on the screen. Someone else that got these beautiful locks. Like your story sounds very, very similar
Wow.
to another Elizabeth I know. I don't know if I'm gonna mention her name, but she's absolutely gorgeous and
Mhm.
she's highly creative and always creating something. She created the Elizabeths. So I'm like, wow, your
Oh,
story sounds
fantastic.
very, very similar. I too remember watching my mom put on my mom was the one that got me into my beauty routine. She's
Yeah.
the one that got me into skincare. Like fifth grade, as soon as I started my cycle, she was like, okay, we got to get you on a skincare regimen. We got to, what is it, wash and tone and cleanse. And I remember her getting me
Excuse
this
me.
pineapple scrub
Mhm.
from Bath and Body Works. No,
Mhm.
Bath Works. I can't remember the name of it,
Mhm.
but it came with a little brush, and I had to do my face and everything. And I remember getting compliments not from my classmates. I was
Mhm.
getting compliments on my skin from my teachers. Because she was the one that got me into the regime, doing a daily regime.
Mhm.
She didn't like makeup too much. She thought makeup made me too grown. And when I was about 16, I realized I had to sneak doing my makeup. If I could do my makeup as natural as possible, I said to myself, if I could do my makeup as natural as possible, and she didn't realize it, or when she realized it, she realized that it was as natural as possible and it looked good, then maybe she'll let me start wearing it. And I remember coming home from church and she was just glowing. Your skin is so gorgeous. You're absolutely beautiful. And then she kept looking and she was looking hard. And she was like, you're wearing makeup. I was like, yes. And then she was like, well, you did such a good job. You can keep wearing, as long as it looks like that, you can keep looking. Okay, so yeah, I had to sneak it in because my mom did not want me. She thought that wearing makeup was gonna make me look too much older, look too
Oh
grown.
yeah, I think all moms think that too.
But no, she was like, if you can look like that every day, go for it. I was like, okay, awesome. That's my
Yeah,
makeup.
I think my mama thought the same thing, but it's like, well, you bought me a make your own lipstick kit. Look how that turned out, mother.
You know what? I was listening to NPR. Yes, I sit and listen to NPR. I don't know why. Sometimes I just, if my Bluetooth doesn't connect to the car, I just listen to what's on the radio.
Mhm.
And it was a story about it was actually women talking about their makeup stories. And one woman gave perspective about letting her daughter play in makeup. She was like, the more she plays in makeup, the more confidence she gets about herself. The
Mhm.
more she's not sitting there listening, like her daughter's a teenager. She's not sitting listening. She's not talking to boys. The more she plays in makeup and play with herself in the mirror, the more she's not sitting here looking for vindication or adoration from boys because she's sitting there working on herself. She's working on her confidence. And I was like, whoa. So when she knows that she looks pretty, she's not looking for validation from these boys or older men. And I was like, I never thought about that. Like you can keep your daughters busy by letting them just be them, playing their makeup, playing their hair, finding their style and their confidence. And the more that they're in the mirror, the more they ain't talking to these dusty boys. I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep that one. That's for the mama files. That's for
Oh
the future
yeah,
mama files. Like,
self-love.
oh yeah,
Self-love
okay.
being taught at an early age,
Mhm. Mhm.
which is very empowering for a little girl because oftentimes we know kids go to school and kids say certain things to each other, but if you can teach your children to be, self-aware, aware in the state of mind to where it's that they have confidence within themselves, and can't nobody break that barrier.
But I think there's a limit. So I have heard and have seen. No. Nowadays, I've heard people putting these lace front rigs on babies, and the
Oh, what?
lashes. Oh yeah, I've
They
heard
done
and I've
took it to
seen
a
it.
whole new
And I'm
level.
and I'm like, okay, so now I think there's a lot of women who actually hide behind some of this stuff instead of using it as an enhancement. They're hiding, and I'm like, to put a lace front on a child, it's like you starting an insecurity thing.
Yeah, because the lace front is gonna take their little baby hair out. Lace fronts, okay, it's fine and everything. I don't want to knock down the beauty industry with the lace fronts, but it's just not for children. It's not for children. Now, if you have a child that has alopecia, alopecia is a disease of the hair, and most women get alopecia. And so if they're balding because of the alopecia, then okay, go ahead and slap a lace front on your kid. But just to be putting lace fronts on children, their hair is just.
I've seen I know companies that do that, or stylists that do it for kids, and it's a kid appropriate style for that child and that child's age. I get that. I'm not saying I'm in agreement with that because there's a confidence builder. As a child, I was made fun of for having thick hair because I have thick, coarse 4C hair. And I'm just like, I'm proud of my hair now. But back in the day, that was a thing because it's like, okay, my hair won't do like everybody else's hair does. And I'm being made fun of because I have thick hair. Kids are cruel. But I'm like, if you're dealing with the
no doubt.
autoimmune
They
disease,
can be.
if a child is dealing with the autoimmune disease that's taking her hair out, yes, I agree. Get her an age appropriate lace front so that she's not bullied while she's in school. But to have layers and waves and 12, 16, I'll be looking on look like, why are they doing that?
I just think when they put that weave in the little kids' hair, it's like they gonna think that that's what they need to be beautiful, to feel beautiful. When you just need to wear your natural hair, be empowered by what God gave you, all of the natural at an early age. It's okay, you get later teenagers and grown folks, but a little kid, I just don't think mentally they need to be wearing weaves because they're gonna get so attached to it. And some women wear weave so much that they can't even do without their weave. They gotta have their wig on, or they gotta have lace front. They gotta have the 36 pieces. You understand what I'm saying?
They have to have lashes on, and I'm like, you can accept your natural beauty. It's okay to, be natural, embrace the naturalness. I love everything in the beauty industry. I love makeup. I love it. But I'm like, I also take a break and look at my natural self. And I realize there's a lot of young women, a lot of women, period, young and old, that it's like, oh my God, I can't be seen without my makeup. I can't be seen without these lashes. I can't be seen. And it's like, do you ever give your face a break? Do you give everything, just a break from all that? I love it. I have a whole kit. I love makeup. I do. But every once in a while, and I think I even put it on my Instagram page, like, hey, I got a whole aloe vera leaf on my face. This is all the naturalness. You know what I'm saying? It's good to just embrace your but I've also been around women in a circle, and some women in this circle, I'm gonna say barefaced, just naked. And it's like, it's beautiful. But I also get to play around and enhance myself as well. It's a balance, you know, it's a balance. And I believe that every woman should love herself naturally, but I also believe that you also should know how to enhance your beauty as well.
Absolutely.
Because I did an event with you, and it was so many women that was like, I don't wear makeup. I don't wear makeup. And you're just like, yeah, little enhancement. You want to say that to people. Little enhancement might help. Just a little. Just a teeny bit. Or the ones that get me to be like, I don't wear makeup, but I just wear lip gloss, but you got full-fledged lashes on. So I'm like,
Danyelle, you
and
know you
that's not
funny.
and I'll be honest, to me, that's not a good look. It don't look right. It just don't look right. Like the lashes that they have on don't look natural. So it's like if you're gonna go that route, you just might as well
Well, it's
go that
kind of like what's coming out your mouth is not matching the look that you have right now. So you're
exactly.
saying one thing, but you're doing another. So it's contradiction right there, you know. So, you know, it's just another form of beauty. And I think, you know, with women, it's just I always tell women this. I say, hey, you know, makeup is just an enhancer. You're already beautiful. There's nothing wrong with having a little touch, a little color, you know, touch a little color on your skin, you know, just something light, a light glam. You know, I had this woman, this when my products were selling out of the hair salon on McNichols. And I just started taking clients because I'm a makeup artist too. And so she was like, you know, I don't wear makeup and stuff like that. You know, same conversation we was just having. You were just talking about Danyelle. I don't wear makeup and stuff like that. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna just do a soft glam. How about that? Not gonna be too thick. Well, how many coats? One coat. It's nothing wrong with having a little bit of an enhancement just to pop out your beauty that you already have. That's it. That's all makeup is. You're already beautiful, with or without it.
And I like your soft glam you have on this morning.
Well, I appreciate that. I did do a soft glam. Because I don't even wear makeup in the house, but I'm like, we about to be on camera. I'm gonna put just a touch on. Because normally I probably would put like a couple of coats or whatever if I'm out working. I want it to kind of last, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I like makeup, but I like for my skin to feel free. I love, you know, it's I'm fine either way, but I just, you know, either way I'm fine. I love to, you know, to enhance my beauty. And then I just love wearing my natural beauty too. I love to take lashes off. Oh yeah, take them off in a heartbeat. What? Yeah, without a doubt.
So you said that 2 years ago you walked away from corporate America and you stepped into being an entrepreneur and creating your own beauty line.
That is correct.
Was it hard stepping into what some may consider an already saturated market when it comes to beauty?
Uh, you know what? I didn't let that stop me from moving forward in this business. Cause see, the one thing about it, and I did think about it, but I'm in this for the passion. You know, I love what I do. I love all these colors that I have. And sure enough, I mean, I got a color for everybody. But the thing about it is that when I started this business, I was like, okay, you got Revlon, you got Shades of You, you got L'Oreal, you got all of these different makeup companies. But guess who came out the woodwork? She's a billionaire, Rihanna. It didn't stop Rihanna from coming out with her line, and now she's a millionaire because of it. You know, and so although I'm not on her scale financially, I'm doing pretty good with what I'm doing. And just to say that I just didn't let none of that bother me because locally I've met so many different entrepreneur females that also have makeup lines as well. Okay. And I actually help them with their business and their marketing portion of the business to help increase their sales. Person says to me, well, why you want to help me? And I'm like, well, it's enough money out here for everybody. That's the same concept that I had mentally when I started this business. It's enough money out here for everybody. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't want to reinvent the wheel for my business. You know, it doesn't matter if you know, it's 2 or 50 hair salons. It doesn't matter if it's 100 cosmetic companies. You know, it's enough money out here for everybody. And that was my mindset moving forward with this company. And I just stayed on a positive note because, you know, you got people saying, oh, what you doing that for? You know, but I mean, they look at me and they say, right, and they people that know me understand why I'm doing it. It's the people that don't know me and they would say, well, hey, you got all these cosmetic companies, you know, and I just always say, you know, it's enough money out here for everybody. Yeah.
Awesome.
See me in another year. Okay.
And I love your passion, and you're passionate about your products, and that's what the Elizabeth is all about. It's being able, it's birthing our babies and nurturing our babies and watching our babies grow, with passion and purpose. So you said your background. Now, what is your business background?
So business marketing and sales. So I was a marketing administrator for 5 sales regions. So that's my background.
Okay, so let's talk about how important marketing is to whatever business that you're in.
Oh, marketing is a very key component and essential to every business owner, whether you're in corporate America or small. Let's just talk about the small business owners, because corporate America, I mean, the bigger companies, they doing their thing, but it's the smaller companies that really need to tap into marketing and increasing revenue or sales for their company. Right now, see, I have the best of both worlds with marketing, because you got what they consider the traditional way of marketing, and now so we have a new schooler way of to market your business, which is the social media platform, which a lot of people need to really get comfortable with that. I had to get comfortable with it myself, so I'm not saying something to somebody else that I didn't feel myself. So I think that marketing is key. I mean, if you don't market your business, then you're not going to go anywhere. So what are you doing it for? You understand what I'm saying? You want to reach a certain level of success in your business, and every business owner need to make marketing the key component to driving their business forward. That's my outlook on it. I mean, I can go a little deeper, a lot deeper actually, but
I see Queen got a question.
Yeah.
Rosa, just wanted to know, when did you start your business?
I started the business in 2000. I started preparing for it in 2020. And I'm saying, like, getting the LLC, things like that. Research, a lot of research before I did this, a lot of research with products, as far as what company I was going to go with, what chemist I was going to go along with in collaboration with making the type of products that I want, which, like, a lot of makeup breaks me out. So 2020 was the preparation for Face Game Beauty. And then Face Game Beauty was actually launched in 2021. Yeah. So
your company is really a baby.
My company, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. And so, and that's the thing, it being a baby, and I feel the level of success. I mean, not that I'm, so up here, but I'm just saying, I feel, how you feel where you were there and now you're here and then you're there. I can see the mountain. I can see me climbing up the mountain. Yeah. I can see Face Game Beauty has climbed up the mountain. So, as long as I keep seeing that type of trajectory with my business, I mean, I'm just going to continue to move forward with greatness, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, to keep moving up that mountain. I mean, you have to be diligent, as an entrepreneur. It's not easy, but you have to have a certain type of mindset. You have to be willing. You got to have that go power. You know what I mean? You got to have all of these different components to keep you moving forward with greatness, with any business, Yeah, with any business. Yeah.
What did you, how did the name come to you?
Oh, that's a great question, Queen Aduni. Well, let me tell you, sis. Oh,
tell me, girl, tell me.
Girl, my creativity, it be on another level. And like 3 a.m.
Oh,
like
yeah, right.
The wee hours, girl, I wake up, it's like 3 a.m. I'm on my computer, and then I had like 12 different names for this business, right? And then I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and that name came to me. And I was like, that's what it's going to be. Because now I was struggling with 12 names. And here it is. One came to me and it was just like lights came. It was just like, it was like a glow. It was just like the room lit up.
Yes.
It was dark in the living room, but it was like the room lit up. And I was like, yeah, this got to be it. You know what I mean? And so that's how that name came to me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yep. Woke
No,
up out of my sleep.
That 3 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, depending on what community you in, is either a creativity hour. I also heard it called the witching hour. So it's like a lot of stuff tends to happen like around 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm like, that sounds about right when stuff starts to,
Yeah, the
happen.
girl, I was flowing. I said, woo. Yeah, and oftentimes, and that happens to me a lot, a lot of my creativity come like in the wee hours of the morning, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, yeah, I can be creative, at other times, but it's just something about that moment. It's something about that time where I'm just all the way in focus and can't nothing infiltrate it, like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like all the other everybody sleeps, so you don't have all this chatter all out in the atmosphere and stuff, and so you can, receive that. I did that. I had that 4 o'clock awakening this morning, and then, I said, well, I had thoughts on my mind. I said, no, just turn some music on, some meditation music, and I just sit there and meditated for about an hour. Things just flying by and concerns flying by, and then just remembering what I'm learning, and let that go, that's not real, and and then making my eyes, instead of seeing, go to my third eye and just be there. And I was doing all kind of stuff, but I looked up, it was an hour later, and then I decided to go ahead and get up and do some things. But yeah, that early morning rise, I know something's coming. Something got something to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And no distractions. No distractions.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. So let me see, what else did we talk about? Because we talk about a lot of stuff.
Well, another question too.
Yep.
How did you know what was best for the product?
Say it once more.
How did you know what was best in creating the product, the ingredients? How did you create the product?
That's a very good question, Queen. So through
Woke up
research,
early this morning, so
I'm cracking up.
got all the good questions.
Very good question. So I did a lot of research, I researched vegan and cruelty free, what it meant, um, and how I can incorporate that into this business. So women not breaking out, with allergies and stuff like that, because my biggest thing with this line was I didn't want to have a makeup line that had chemicals in it, because I break out from certain types of makeup. I won't make mention.
Yeah.
But it's certain types, and it's because of the chemicals that are in it, so through a lot of research and finding the right chemists to do what I wanted them to do, not what you want to be in there, and so I went through some folks before I got to the right people to make my product what it is today. Yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Research and development, right?
Yeah, research for the development of your company or any company.
Now,
Yeah.
what about your branding? Talk about that, because you got some good branding going on. Branding.
Okay. Yeah, so that right there came with just the quality and the look of it all for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wanted something that didn't just look like a tube that you would buy from the beauty supply.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the little round, nothing's wrong with that. I'm just saying, I just wanted to be different. Um, and I wanted it to like have, you know, I just wanted to be different, you know, not to knock any other type of tubing. I just wanted to like have a showmanship of some type of elegancy. So when a woman picks up my tube, she's like, oh, this is gorgeous. And
Yeah.
she feels the beauty within the tube like this. This is, you know, this is pretty. You know,
Yeah.
women love pretty things. So all of, and that's a part of marketing. All of these components, right? Tube, right? What's a pretty tube that a woman would just look at it from a glance and have an interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of these things I'm thinking, you know, and so that's why I came out. I said, well, came out with this one. And I said, I'm gonna need a separate one just for my mat. And then you know, so I got 3 lines. So that's how that came about. And I believe that was like wee hours in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, just about, yeah, wee hours in the morning, and just looking at, you know, different type of tubings and stuff like that. Yeah. And just narrowing things down, yeah, to where's that, okay, I need to make a decision because this, I got to get this on board, you know, because I'm gonna be launching soon. You know, I had already set the launch date and all of that. So yeah, so all of this was taking place in 2020. So
Mm-hmm.
preparing for it. I had my LLC. Before I had this business, I knew every tube that my product was gonna go in, which I got 3 different type of tubings.
Okay.
One matte, the She's a Boss liquid lipstick matte, one for Dreamy Lip Gloss Shine, which that's this, and one for the A La Cream and Supple Shine line, which is a lip gloss with a cream base. And that's where you get your nudes, your pinks, and your shimmers. Um, so yeah, all of that was done in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing about starting a business. It's like you have to prepare. You know, it's preparation. If you want things to go better, you know, you have to prepare for them. You know, preparation is key. And that's all
Yeah.
I say about that. But yeah, you got to be prepared. Yeah, you got to be prepared for the greatness. Okay. You want these open door opportunities to arise and you want to be able to jump through them, you know, confidently. Set yourself up for success
Mm-hmm.
by preparing for the future.
Mm-hmm. What about your logo?
Oh, my logo. So that design 2020. Okay. So that design actually, a logo artist actually made that for me, with my vision included, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw lips, you know, and I know, and I realized that I've seen like a logo with lips before,
Yeah. Yeah.
but uh it was the lips for me, and then the makeup palette, because that logo is a makeup palette
Mhm.
behind the actual logo with the lips on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, so with my vision, the logo artist was able to bring my vision to life, and I was really, really amazed by what she did. Yeah, that moisturizing lip.
So let me ask you this question,
Sure.
because I know you do a lot of pop-ups, but how important has it been to have a website, and also what, you don't have to tell us numbers, but how does the website, the traffic, the sales come through from your website in addition to the pop-ups that you do as well?
So I get people. One good thing about the website is showmanship of, you know, you have a place where people can actually buy your product. So usually what happens is it can be somebody, it can be a woman that say they don't really wear makeup like that, but I want to support you. You know, I get that a lot. And they'll just go to the website. Oftentimes when I make a sale at, you know, a function, it'd be like a lot of return customers. The fact that this is on a social media platform, I get a lot of traffic. Sometimes the traffic is like one day is just like it's like nothing for a couple of days, maybe 1, 2, or 3, and then just one day it just blow up. Like I got 90 orders, all at one time. So I love having this website because it's a resource for people to be able to buy my product. And let me see how that go hand in hand with the pop-ups. Usually, when a person buys my product from a pop-up, they usually are the ones that go to my website. And so those are repeat customers, which is another thing when you a small business owner, and it's not so much as the like new customers that is very exciting within itself. I mean, very exciting at a high level, but all the more, even more exciting when you have a repeat customer, because that speaks volumes. It what it told me was that I have a good product. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what it tells me. And it would tell anybody that has a business. You got people coming back, that's what that tells you.
Yeah.
And you have to listen to the people.
Mm-hmm. So I have to say, you're more of Elizabeth than what you think you are. I'm just gonna let you know that. And so let's talk about something, because like I said, this is the first time on your platform. You got majority of the Elizabeth that's on. Some of them will go back and play the replay and watch and everything. How has it been for you to find that Black business sisterhood? I guess, with like-minded women who are on the same path as you. Like, just want to hear your journey or your story so far.
What's the question again? I apologize.
So, like, because you're a Black woman,
Yes.
and a lot of times we seek, like-minded women,
Mm-hmm.
who are on the same business journey as we are. And it's like sometimes you find them and sometimes you don't. So it's like, how is your journey going so far?
So
Oh,
finding your
wow.
tribe.
The
That's
tribe.
that's what they say now.
What'd you say?
Of finding your tribe. That's what people say now.
Okay.
Oh, my tribe.
My very good question. I mean, all of these questions are really good questions. Okay, I can tell you guys were up at 3 a.m. too. Um, Fantastic question, Danyelle. So this journey for me has been illuminating. I have met so many women that I empower as well as them empowering me. It's just like it's this vibe thing, and I'm fascinated by meeting these women too, because I can feel the energy, you know what I mean? I'm one of them type of people. I can feel certain things, and I just so it impacts me in such a way, and I love to empower women, and I love to be empowered by women as well. And I just love when we can get together and everything is on that positive notation of a vibe, because women are known for not sticking together. We're known for certain things, and my journey in this business and meeting more women has really showed me something about how strong we can be when we unify as one, come together. That's why I love how you guys do with Elizabeth, because you have a sister circle where you commune and you together. You understand what I'm saying? And you extend that out. You have an olive branch that that you extend out to other women. So that's beautiful and very impactful. So why wouldn't a person be attracted to that? So, it's I think with me is I'm attracted to women being impactful with one another, and through this journey, it's been a wonderful journey. I just I just don't really have I don't have any bad stories to tell you because I just hang around, and that was my prayer, put me in the midst of great women. You know what I mean? Like-minded women. That's something that I prayed for in this business because I understand the beauty industry. Before I got into this makeup business, I'm no stranger to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like being around women that do the backbiting and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So impactful, empowering women, and we on the same accord mentally. I love being around people that can be impactful because this is one thing I am about this, like for real. So swords sharpen swords, in my opinion. I love being around people that's even smarter than me. I think I'm smart. But I love being around people because the more you know, the more you can grow. And so I love to be a benefit to others as well as them being a benefit to me. And we can, network and collaborate with one another. The networking part to me is the introduction to meeting someone. Through that introduction is where you find out if you are able to collaborate with them. Two separate words for me. A lot of people put those words together. The collaboration part, you figured out that you can collaborate with them because of the networking portion of it all. Sometimes you figure out through networking, well, this may not be the person to actually collaborate with, but she's still a great woman, and I'm still empowered by, her set of greatness that she have, because everybody got a set of skills on different levels. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's to answer your question, my dear. Did I answer
Yeah,
the question?
you're doing, you know what? You're doing an excellent job. Like wonderful. So I'm like, you're fitting right in. You're right. You're amongst your tribe if you didn't know that already. I just want to let you know. Um, I know me personally, we talk a lot about the marketing a lot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's really nice when you find that person that gets it. And it's like, okay, we can reformulate this way, we can recreate this that way. Um, like you said, it's always constantly being in people's faces so that when they think about what your niche is, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Whatever your niche may be, they think of you before they think of anybody else. And
Absolutely.
so, you know,
Mhm.
I'm I'm loving being able to you know, that's what it is. Be it if it's natural hair, they think of Everett's. If it's lips, they're thinking of lipsticks or what they're thinking of Face Game Beauty. If they're especially locally, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If it's dance, they're thinking of whatever dancer that they thinking of. This just stays on top of that. And it's just constantly putting yourself out there. So I guess my next question is, we talked about traditional marketing. How are you coming along with the new marketing, the social media marketing, and getting your brand out there?
I love the social media marketing. I believe the social media marketing has actually took my brand to another level of revenue. It's because of the social media marketing. And that's one thing about my website. I think you kind of touched on this with a question a little earlier in our conversation, but my website actually shows the demographics of the people that tap in. There's a percentage, mostly of course women, without a doubt. Like 85% of women tap in, the rest is men. And then it also shows the demographic of the age group. So Face Game Beauty, and of course, being a business owner, you have to be able to look at this so you can justifiably understand and know how your product is doing out here in the real world, right? So I'm looking at the demographics of age, location. I got people that like bought stuff from me from New York. Now, New York? What? That was a compliment. Thank you. Chicago. So yeah, so it's, yeah, so what was the question? I'm sorry, I kind of lost myself in that, thinking about the
Oh,
demographics because I'm so
how has
excited.
social media? How has social
Yeah.
media? How you
So
been
yeah,
using social
so
media to promote your brand?
right. So through that, it has driven my website, you know, to a certain level of revenue. It's because of social media. Really, is yeah, traditional marketing works up close and personal and things like that. But you can't, it's like you gotta upgrade. You know, just like technology, the way of the world is upgrading. You have to keep in alignment with the time. You cannot be back here just standing here passing out flyers. Nothing's wrong with passing out flyers. But hey, there's a social media platform, like several of them. Why don't you pass your flyer out digitally? You know, we speak the same language, Danyelle. You know, we speak the same language.
We do. We do. Um, okay. So I'm gonna bring a little life balance to this, because I know recently on your social media platform, it's not all just, you know, lipstick, lipstick, lipstick. I got a chance to see a little side of Rosa Renee a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, okay.
What?
Um, I didn't know she. Okay. So you are creative,
Cracking
you
up.
are an artist, and what is it? You're among sisters, and we all have beautiful gifts. Mine is dance, Queen Aduni is song, Mama Head is dance and movement, Star is poetry, Mama Evelyn is creative crafting, and Miss Omani Grace is, I'm gonna say, administrative word.
Nice.
I am about to put you on the spot and just
Oh, don't do that.
give us a, well, you're already gorgeous, but you should give a little taste of the gift that you have. Because we do other things besides just talk about business. We create events. We create stuff where we get to show our gifts and talents and get that creativity going. So I really think you're my sisters. You should go ahead and share, you know, share yours. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot.
Which gift you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it. You know, I haven't even had a good streamline of coffee. Had one cup. I'm cracking up. No, she didn't. So what you want to hear? I
Whatever,
mean, my voice is like right now.
whatever. It's whatever you feeling.
I don't know.
What do you do? What do you do artistically? We'll start in that area.
What do I do artistically?
Yeah, what do you love to do in the arts area of your life? Dance.
It's been singing and dancing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt.
What kind of
Yeah.
music?
Huh?
What kind of music do you sing?
Well, I have a background in classical music. I got a 4-year scholarship to sing classical music, learn how to sing it.
Mhm.
And so I learned how to sing certain songs in like German and Italian.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been in, you know, a few groups. I done did some stuff, girl. Yeah, I was honing in on
Mhm.
that music. I didn't wrote songs. I'm a writer as well. I've been in the studio and recorded. Yep, those type of things.
Mhm.
Mhm. So
How are you how are you going to use those gifts
mm.
to promote your game, face game?
Well, you know what? Uh yeah,
Have you
I'm
thought
gonna
of
be
that?
honest with you. You know, I'm the type of person, I don't want for my gifts to be dormant, you know, because
Mhm.
if you don't use it, you can lose it, just like muscles in the arms, you know. Um, but at the same time, I have not really um I'm not putting the two together. You understand what I'm saying? So the singing, I did that. You know what I mean? It's lame, you know, and there's been a nice ride with that. Now I'm on something else. Cause see, one thing about me is, I mean, I am definitely a multitasker, but I am not going to be a jack of all trades and a king of none. Yeah, so I'm just saying, I'm really focused on face game. And in the future, if I could like bring collaboration with the song and maybe do a commercial or something like that. Well, one thing, you know what, that's a good question, Queen. Because you know what, now that I think about it, in the beginning, I did use some of my talent, my writing skills. I actually wrote out the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you can say a lot of my gifts has been with the writing part of me and the creativity part, not so much the singing because I haven't sang on anything for Face Game, but like the writing gift that I have has
Mhm.
been incorporated to this business for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes,
That was
absolutely.
a great question. Thank you for getting that out of me.
Hmm. Yeah. Anyone else want to share or have some questions for Rosa? We've all experienced, everybody on here has experienced her lipstick, and want to share anything about that, or business in general, or something personal. And she can say yay or nay. Shut up. Don't ask me that. No.
Like Mama Evelyn got a question for me, Leighton. Or a comment, something. I just see it in your face. Something going on. It's going on.
Lord, there's nothing going on in my face, just my face.
Just
Um,
boy, excuse me.
um, well, yeah, I
Oh, excuse
was
me.
very happy to experience your lipstick.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, because yeah, I really like it. So I will be purchasing, um, some colors, a couple of colors, just to have in my limited
Mhm.
limited up. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that day. It was really nice. Because I think Queen Aduni saw that, you got to be camera ready. So she understands what camera ready was when I was like, I'll go just like this. She gently said, "That's not camera ready, Mama Evelyn. You gotta even out, and you gotta okay." And I see the difference when I took when in the pictures. So
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah.
because I would look at her face, and you already had the lipstick on, right, before the rest of the face, and I'm like, I don't want to say girl, yeah, but I wanted to say girl.
I'm cracking up.
we gotta we gotta smooth her
Excuse
out
me.
stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes, like Danyelle was saying, natural doesn't work when it comes to being on camera, and what the lighting does, and all of that. And when you do, unless it's excessive, you usually feel better what you look like. Wow, nice. I don't wear makeup, but this looks nice. Yeah.
Mama Head, you got a question?
That.
A comment?
Yeah, Grand Rising again, everybody. I just wanted to say meeting Rose Renee was really a lot of fun. And it was because of the Elizabeths that we met Juanita, who put to me, it's my first vending family together. And so it's like every time I vended, I'm new to the game too. I see Rosa Renee, and she's a whole experience. We first of all, we'll come together and talk about the product that we both have. And then the next time together, we come and talk about our lives and what we're into. And then we talk again, and we almost cousins. She stayed and ended up staying in Maryville for a little while. And I said, that's where my sister lives. So, if we keep on talking, we'll end up with family. It just keeps happening with the Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that, I really appreciate the bond that keeps happening ever since we've been looking at life from this perspective, from the perspective of Elizabeth. And it was there all along, but when you start living it, it becomes something different. And I think it, like you touched on, it's important for sisters to have circles. This was our therapy. This was our way of talking to one another and helping each other with our challenges. My mom, I got to live that and see that with my mother and her family. They would get together and play Tripoli and Pekino. I don't know if anybody knows those games. They're a lot of fun, and they would have their Crown Royal bags of pennies and nickels and quarters and dimes. Oh, baby, yes, it's going down. But the business was handled first.
Okay.
They were a club, and they sold their Sarah Coventry and their Avon in their Tupperware.
Mhm.
They would have a potluck, and then they would have the games. And I think that what they did was it was a family group, so they would get together once a month, and then they would their money that they collected and everything, they would go on trips together, and at the end of the year, and so that's what, that's what our I guess they call them society clubs too. You had some with the husbands and wives, and some with the brothers, and some with the mamas, and I just really know that that was really impactful on my life. And it also gave me a chance for my brother and I to spend time with my dad. Mom, it's a hen party, you get kicked out. So my dad would put us in pajamas and take us to the drive-in or take us to the movies or the drag strip. And so that, that's that bonding time where women, you have a time where they go with someone else so you all can be women together. So I just think that's important. And I see that happening. Well, I feel that happening right now with our gatherings. So I just want to say, Rosa, thank you so much for being open to being in our family. Yay.
My pleasure.
And then Star got her hand up. Star, you got a comment or question?
You can bring
Sorry, I can't go any lower because I'm not dressed.
What's that got to do with your face?
I'm cracking up.
We just want to see the neck up. That's all.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little something for you. You ready for your question?
Miss Rosa,
Well, hey.
I noticed when we were at the photo shoot,
Yes.
you know how, when you wear lipstick and you drink something and the lipstick is all off and you got to keep, refreshing it and stuff.
Yes.
That you don't have to do that with your product. So my question is, how big of a concern was that of yours, and how did you do that?
Well, I have to give thanks to my tenacity with going and moving forward through research and not just accepting chemists that just want to do what they want to do, so yeah, I really did a lot of research with that.
Was that one of the criteria?
For me, it was.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it was because I've tried, various mats, you have to experience products so you can understand what you want. You have to experience things to get a better understanding and clarity with what it is that you want to do, no matter if it's a cosmetic company or not. If you're investing your monies into a business, then you need to understand how that product functions, the functionality of the product. Yeah.
Good.
I hope I answered your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm loving it. I'm loving conversation here. I really, really am. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, first of all, so basically, I'm gonna ask a question. Are you gonna be at the Elizabeth Visionary Conference? Because
I'm trying to figure that out because I am considering maybe taking a mini vacay after my event May 7th. But maybe I'll just do it the week after and show up at you guys because I want to be there to support y'all. So
and what's
yeah, I'm
happening?
gonna be
What's
there.
happening May 7th?
May 7th. Yeah, so to answer your question, I'm gonna go ahead and be there. I just, like you guys thrown events before, it take a lot of energy out of you. You know what I mean? And I was just thinking that I'll probably take me a mini stay vacay somewhere. But yeah, I'll be there. May 12th, I'll be there that Friday. I'm gonna do the Friday. I'll be there on Friday to support my sisters, you know.
Okay, because I have you as a vendor. You have to let me know, am I taking that? Should I take you down?
No, nah, don't do that. Don't do that just yet. I mean, at all. So yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't take me down.
Yeah, because somebody called yesterday saying, do we have a spot for another vendor? And so here's your out right now.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't want you to hold. I mean, I don't want you to hold and miss out on vending opportunity monies. Yeah. So I mean, you businesswoman, you got to do what you got to do. If anything, I just come to support y'all. I don't have to be a vendor there to support my sisters. I can come to support you. How much are the tickets? I can't even remember right now.
The tickets are $20
Okay,
or 3 for 50.
gotcha. Okay.
So you save $10. And it is also for online or physically being there.
Oh, so it's gonna be online.
And yeah, we're doing both.
Okay, that's awesome.
And when you get your ticket, it'll have the Zoom. Because sometimes
Mhm.
you gotta leave or something like that, and you might want to still hear the whatever's coming up next.
Mhm.
Um, and then sometimes you might be at home and somebody's like dynamic. You say, "Oh, I'm going down there. I'm
Mhm.
going down," and it wouldn't be an extra cost. So it covers both things.
Oh, that's pretty fantastic. Yeah,
Mhm.
very good. Very good. Yeah. So yeah. Moving right along. Um, yeah, I'll definitely be there. It's good to know that it's on Zoom as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really good. I like the way you structured that. It's really good.
So what's happening May, what is it, May 7th?
So May 7th is the pre-Mother's Day pop-up event, which is going to be at 27476 Schoolcraft Road in Livonia, Michigan at Champs Palace. You don't want to miss this event. It's an opportunity for networking and collaboration. This is also an opportunity for vendors to build their brand. It's a platform for business owners to build their brand and increase revenue or sales. There's going to be a few segments where we got a few speakers, that's going to be in the house. This event was just recently sponsored by Motu Veget, which is a Black-owned wine company, and their wine is in 700 Meyer stores. I just booked a comedian just last week or so. And so it's really going to be nice. We're going to have 2 food trucks outside. So, and then we got 2 different food vendors on the inside. It's gonna be a bartender there making mixed, cocktails, mixed drinks and stuff like that. And there's gonna be an actual wine tasting because Jay is gonna bring his models and they're gonna pass around wine to everybody so that they can taste his lovely, luscious. I mean, he got some really, really good wine. But yeah, so it's gonna be an event that's gonna be real nice and it is open to the public. And so I've been getting a lot of feedback from it too. So I'm really happy to hear that. And it's always somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody else. Like I was passing my flyers out when you left that event yesterday at Burt's Girl. So by the way, so this is telling you something. I went across the street and we were wondering why all these people are out here. Girl, they was having a vending event across the street in that marketplace. It was so many vendors. And I'm like, is this the real reason I'm here? Because wasn't nothing happening at Burke's. So went across the street and met some amazing people. And I'm passing my flyer out to people. And she was like, it was people that said, oh, I know about this. I'm gonna be there. And that made me feel a certain type of great way. I was fascinated by people already knowing about my pop-up. And so that was good. And through that networking, I also met the guy that threw the entire event. He lives in Atlanta. And so me and him, we're going to do some collaborating, So yeah, so a lot of greatness came out of yesterday. But yeah, kind of lost myself in there because I got so excited yesterday. God, it was just fantastic. Yeah.
What's your cost, babe, to attend or to vend?
The cost to vend to be a vendor is $60 with a table included. And the event is from 12 to 6 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
6
You guys
hours.
see the flyer? I got the flyer up. So,
To attend, is it a cost to attend?
No, there's no cost to attend. Oh, you said to attend. Sorry about that. I misheard what you said there.
Well,
So no, there is no cost. It's open to the public. It's free for people to just come in and shop. This is an event for the small business owners, entrepreneurs. You know, it's a platform for them. So I'm not charging people to come to this event. We want the people to come in and shop with the business owners. Yeah, it's like we need that type of support, you know. Other cultures support each other like at 98%. Always got to leave, you know, a couple of percentages there. But I mean, they have a strong percentage going on. But amongst us Black folks, our percentage rate of supporting one another is, you know, at a very low percentage, nowhere near how other cultures putting forth effort in supporting one another. So, you know, it's really important to me, and it should be important to all business owners, entrepreneurs, and people alike to want to support other businesses. You know, like one lady said to me, she said, you know what? I buy Mac makeup. Why not support you and buy yours? I'm like, okay, well, let's apply that rule of thumb to everybody. You know, so yeah.
okay, I just shared your flyer in the chat.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Of course. And also, oh, I was gonna ask you, what coffee are you drinking this morning?
Oh, yeah, I had that one earlier. You know, the one you gave me yesterday. And then, you know, I had to have my Tim Hortons. Yeah. Yeah. I had to drink yours first. It got me all relaxed and stuff.
Are you talking about that CBD coffee?
Yeah, that's what you gave me. You gave me 4 of them. I drank one.
Well, you only want to drink 1 cup a day, but I'm just saying.
Oh, 1 cup a day?
I wanted to get your impression because I gave it to you yesterday. I wanted to get your first impressions of it. That's all.
I like it. I felt very relaxed. Yeah, and I just, you know, I'm not so relaxed to the point to where is that I can't function, you know, administratively and just moving forward throughout the day. It relaxed me in such a way where it's just mentally, I was relaxed and I enjoyed it. I love the flavor of it. It's really tasty. And I could feel how it activate, you know, it does its action thing, whatever that is, it does, the relaxation. Yeah, I can feel that for sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Queen, I got your video. I just haven't edited it yet, but I know I gave you a sample last week, and I know you're not a huge coffee drinker, but what was your impression?
Well, like I said, it wasn't bad. I mean, the coffee tastes like, I can't compare it to anything, but I was able to drink the whole thing with no issues at all. Will I become a coffee drinker?
Thank you.
I'm cracking up.
I might would drink your coffee ever so often, you know, but yeah, as far as, I mean, I was nice and chilled and able to do everything that I needed to do. I would imagine that people drink coffee so that they can get energy and get hyped up, because that's what they always say. I haven't had my first cup of coffee. I think 10 cups of coffee before 10 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, you know?
I'm cracking up.
So, you know, I don't know if they want to be chilled out, but it was a chill that, like Rosa was saying, it just, you know, you just zoom, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you know, you have those cars that they can go fast, but you bump
I'm cracking up.
and then you have those Jags and those Mercedes where you zoom, still speeding, still rolling, but you know, the tires are cooled out and you just Your music is sounding good. It was like that, girl. Your music sounding good. You chilled out and stuff. So yeah, that was my experience with it. I did drink the entire, even when it had gotten room temperature, I still drank. No, yeah, it was cool. So thanks for that experience. Yeah. And so
Yes, thank you, Danyelle. I have
yeah,
here too.
yeah, in our Mercedes coffee.
Mama Evelyn,
Bougie coffee.
did Sheila try the coffee yet?
Yeah,
Huh?
she did. Yeah, she tried it. She liked it. She was just wondering because she likes her coffee like dark and strong, and then she'll add cream to it. So she was just she read the directions the second time she drank it. She said, "Oh, this is 68 ounces, cups." Because she was, yeah, she liked it, and I tasted it. It was good. I mean, I'm not a big coffee drinker either, but I would definitely, have a cup every now and then. Yeah, I would.
It's a good product just to have in your arsenal of stuff. Like, I like to have stuff when I need it,
Mhm.
I wasn't a coffee drinker when I got the product, but because you want to be a product of your product in order to sell your product. And I'm like, I started drinking it and I was like, I noticed the relaxation. I noticed the focus. I noticed, and I love the taste. I noticed the difference in the taste between that and Starbucks. And I'm like, I was a person getting points, now I'm not getting those points because I'm using my own product and I have become my own barista. So I do it iced. I get fancy with it. I got the sugar-free syrups. I'm like, oh, okay. I've saved a whole lot of money too, doing it that way. And I'm like, why not take a coffee with benefits? So I appreciate you guys trying it out and just letting me know how it is.
Tasting and trying.
Good morning, Ebrana. We saw your beautiful face. She came on and she popped off.
Good morning. So much is going on my end. I just want to hear the wisdom. You all don't have to see my crazy. But good morning, Mama Hat. You're waving. Listen, I'm working it out so I can be front and center because many days it's just, ooh. But so I might be back in the background getting some knowledge, but you all don't have to see the circus, All is well. I love the information on this pop-up, and I loved the mindset of connectedness and sharing and people sticking together. We have to. We have to really begin to let that thing take root. So that's exciting. So good morning, grand rising to all of you ladies.
Grand rising to
Good
you.
morning.
So I'm like, this is how I like doing my Mondays. Mondays have not been right since, or normal since doing this. I love the collaboration that we're doing. I love the support that we are doing. I know we got our pictures from the photo shoot, and I know that I'm gonna add that into my, what is it? My content as I'm scheduling my content out for the week today. Make sure that I get my picture out there. And as a matter of fact, I think I can copy the list of everybody, who was at the photo shoot. I do have that list of the colors that we were wearing. I'll put that in the group chat and I say we can all post our pictures and tag Face Game Beauty and the color that we're wearing in honor and support. That's the digital word of mouth that we're doing, that's going on nowadays. And yeah, that photo shoot was actually absolutely amazing. I'm glad that we was able to collaborate and connect. What is it on that end? And I'm looking forward to doing some more collaboration and connection. I know I have a lure on right now with, just making more of an ombre with a lip pencil. It's making me play around with makeup a little bit more, and I'm loving it. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, that's
Looks beautiful.
thank you. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got the colors right here. So I'm gonna put that in the chat. So yeah, we gonna collab. We have our conference coming up. We have your pop-up. I'm actually gonna be at the pop-up as well too, vending Tava products. And I believe I'm one of the speakers as well to give a little hints. Oh, okay, vending. Let's talk about that. Can you give us some vending tips? How to be successful, be successful at vending? And I'm gonna say not just makeup. I hear people say, oh, I just want to make the money that I spent in vending fees to vend, but what is it like to actually, have a goal and actually make that goal and go over that goal? Can you give us some vending tips to be, passionately profitable at a vending event?
Firstly, you can't just be all about the money. I understand, when you make an investment, for me, this is just not all about the money. I understand people have pop-ups, they want to make their money back. I get it. I get it. At the same time, you have to market the business. You have to present it in such a way to where it's that you're like giving the community something. That's how I promoted this business. I mean, like I said, it's a pre-Mother's Day pop-up. And when I talk about this pre-Mother's Day pop-up, I'm always reminding everybody that this is a platform for small business owners to build their brand and increase revenue or sales for their businesses. Why are they going to increase revenue or sales for their business? Because people are going to come in here and shop, and that's how you're going to make the money. How is your brand going to build? Because people are going to come in here and your business is going to be recognized through word of mouth. And if you got your stuff together, like your QR codes and stuff like that, all these additional things to help you market your business, then people remember stuff like that, the hi, hello, which is a digital card app, things like that. So, again, yes, as an investor, when you invest your money in an event, you definitely want to follow a budget. I'll just be honest with all of you ladies. Having a comedian was not a part of the budget. Okay. So I'm just saying I did some extra stuff. And so as long as you follow the budget, then you'll see you get your money back. And then, I mean, it depends on what hall you rent. I mean, if you spend $1,500 on a hall, how many times vendors is that going to be? You know what I mean? You got to look at it that way too. But like I said, for me, it's not all about the money. You know what I mean? So, but when you have a vending event, you want to have a budget and follow the budget, and so that you don't overextend in the finances. That's what you want to make sure you do. You have everything in the budget, your expenses. The hall is the first thing you want to get that nailed. You got to get your date nailed down before you even get the hall. Find out how much it costs. And then it's flyers. Like for you, Danyelle, you know how to make flyers. So
I made that flyer, by the way.
yeah, I mean, exquisite too. I done been through, this is like, Danyelle made the last flyer, the third flyer, and I'm like, I love this flyer. It's very nice. So I thank you for sharing your skills and extending them to me. So, because look at this flyer, y'all.
She
This
actually printed it
flyer
out.
is on point,
And I
okay?
did that in Canva.
And so with that being said, you don't even have to pay for your flyer, but you will have to pay to get it printed out.
Right.
And I have a suggestion for a place you go to. It's Black owned there in Oak Park. It's a Black owned business, and you can just do it online. And then you can just pick them up, or they'll mail it to your house.
What's the name of the business?
I want to say Baked Prints in Oak Park.
Bait or bake?
Baked, BAKED. Yeah, Baked Prints in Oak Park. And so moving forward from that, and then of course, it doesn't cost money to circulate flyers on social media. So, and another thing, yeah, I don't want to step too far away from the question, but I actually have a video that I use for marketing all of the vendors' logos that's going to be attending my pop-up. So every time somebody sign up, I ask them to give me their logo, text it, email it, however, long as I get it. And I created a video just specifically for logos only. And those logos are being circulated on social media. And I do it a lot, I don't mind the same video airing over and over again, see my products over and over again, because one thing is, it's called repetitive marketing. So I'm just giving you an example real quick. So it's just like when you hear a song for the first time, you say, I don't really like that song, but you hear it over and over again. And then you start finding things about the song that you like. Anybody ever experienced that? You
Yes.
start finding things about the song that you like. So, with that being said, it's kind of like just embedding, the pop-up in people's mindset, or whatever it is that you're selling, marketing, my products, face game, Tava. Repetitive marketing works for any business, and that is a very good way to build your brand, embedded in the mindset of people, right? So yeah. Is that cool? To answer your question, sis?
Yeah, you did. I'm about to share your what is it, your Instagram page. And I do have another question. What app did you use to create your video?
TikTok, CapCut.
Okay, I just want to show your page. Here we go. So Face Game Beauty. If you have not liked and followed her on Instagram, go over there over to Face Game Beauty on Instagram. And sometimes the biggest share, if you can't purchase something, you can share pictures and videos from the vendors that you like. That's some of the biggest plug that you can do is at least like, follow, and share. I know sometimes with me, the finances may get a little funny, but if I support a brand, I'm gonna share it to my followers. Be like, hey, you need to go over here and like, follow, and share this person right here. Help them build their numbers and visibility out there, because people watching. You never know who's watching, and I'm like, that could lead to sending over a few more other people over there. I just wanted to show you the video that you did in CapCut. The show the logos of some of the people that's going to be at the pop-up. So
and it's free advertisement. So, I'm not charging them to do this. I did this because, again, that's that collaboration effort. I'm supporting them. This is a part of me supporting the small business owners. So this is free advertising, promotional advertising. Yeah, without a doubt. That's how come I say, money, we want to make money, but certainly money ain't everything.
Okay.
You're making some very good points there. I like that. That's a great attitude that can grow. It can run like wildfire.
Okay, I'm trying to, it's different when you're on the desktop. I'm so used to being on Instagram on my phone.
I can't even hear the music. Oh, you showing my look.
Yeah, I'm just showing, and what is it, to get the different mixtures of what's going on. And I'm hanging out with these people, and I met this vendor over
that
here.
guy right there, he's a comedian.
Yeah, the
Those are
networking of it all.
Local comedians in Detroit.
And then also vendor, I will say, let people know where you're vending ahead of time. I'm like, it'd be so many times with some people, I run into some vending and it's like, I didn't even know you was here. Post the flyer of where you're going to vend at, because people will send you people, either they will come and support you, and they will share it and send people to you if we just know where you're going to be and when you're going to be there.
Yeah,
so
this was a nice event too. It was actually painting with a twist on a mobile bus.
I like that idea.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
And then get your people to take pictures with your product and post it. So
you know what else we did, Danyelle, at Juanita's, the cancer event? We were walking around to each other's tables, interviewing and videotaping as well, right there on the spot. right there on the spot.
But we also have to take some of that old content and
Use it.
reuse it so that
Okay.
people,
Yes, ma'am.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, ma'am.
so yes.
Because now
so
you can clip it. What is it in Create? You can clip how much you want in that Create part of Instagram.
say that again, Mama Head.
Okay, let me make sure I got this together now. There's a section on in Instagram, if I'm not mistaken, where it's called Create, and you could go back through another video and just crop it, get a piece of it.
Oh,
And-
yes.
Oh, Face Game Beauty has its vendor's license with the city of Detroit Parks and Rec.
So now you can be out on the different Detroit places.
Yeah.
Now, when somebody had something on their land, do you need that vending license for private property?
No.
Like if I was doing something at my house.
Right. If you're
No.
doing it at your house, that's another story. But if you somewhere else on somebody else's land, then yeah, you have to have a
City
vendor's
property.
license.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause I want to do an event on the land over here. And I was like, I want to sell paper, napkins and plates and give free hot dogs. That way I don't have to have a vendor's license because I'm not selling.
I'm cracking up. I know that's right. Because I know that one where I said Paint with a Twist was on the mobile bus, that was at her house off 7 Mile. She just happened to live on the corner. You know what I mean? And girl, it was people. Let me tell you something. When you do that outside your house, people was just driving up to support. Like, what you doing? Just driving up to support. So that's
I want to do a fashion show. I want to do a fashion show on the island out here. We have a boulevard on our street, and one of them doesn't have any trees or anything in it. I want to actually do a fashion show out there.
Okay.
Or a photo shoot or whatever. I think that would be really dope. A fashion show in the hood on the block. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be dope. And then have the designer and whatever other vendors out there. We're gonna do something. A block party, whatever.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, for sure.
Something.
Rosa, how much is the city, how much they charging for their license to vend?
It's a little over $100. But you have to fill out an application, and then I had to upload pictures of my products. Yeah, and then you have to have your business license too. So you gotta meet certain criteria, but it's not extensive, nothing I don't think you cannot handle. You can definitely handle it. Yep. And but yeah, that's it. Fill out the app, follow the criteria and instructions, and then you'll be able to get your vendor's license.
Okay.
So go ahead, Queen Dewey.
Where do you go to do that? Online? Where do you go?
So
Parts and Race, I think.
I got this information through, I could send it to you. I don't know if the applications are still open, but I'll still send you the information. Okay. And that way you can find out if the apps are still open. And then if they close, you'll just be ready for the next time that they open the apps, the application to work in the parks.
So that would be Parks and Recreation, right?
Yeah, Parks and Recreation. Yeah.
That means you're gonna be at Belle Isle. Are you gonna be at what is it, Belle Isle? I don't know. You know what? I gotta look at my schedule. They got a lot of functions. They're gonna be having events from April clean on October to October. So I'm just gonna have to it's gonna have to be conducive with my schedule. Because I'm doing a lot of things. Yeah.
One of the events last year when I kept talking about the Trap Yoga Studio doing free yoga, what was it, Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 in front of the Spirit of Detroit, that was sponsored by Detroit Parks and Recs, and they kept that schedule going from May until October. And I know they're going to start back up in May. So one thing, when you do sign up for Detroit, you have to be specific about the event and make sure that your event fits your product and your product niche. Because you need to know if your audience is going to be there, number one, and make sure that they're receptive to the products and services that you are selling.
Mhm.
Primarily, I kind of noticed anything dealing with kids and the word free, people may not want to be purchasing too much, a little bit.
Well, you know what? And that's something that happened. Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
You want me to, I can start and pause.
this is another thing that happened with the Parks and Rec. That I love that you just spoke on that, Danyelle, because it only reminded me when I did that event, when you was there with me, we did the event together at the Easter Fun Fest. Parks and Rec did not send out notifications to none of the people that vendors were going to be there and to support the vendors. That is significantly important when you have an event. You have to tell the people to support the vendors. We can't reach out and touch everybody because we behind our tables.
But it also
like we up under a tent. It was over 3,000 people there. Over 3,000 people. You would have thought at least out of the 3,000-4,000 people, well, maybe it was 10, they said. I think they had a number of 10, but you would have thought whatever the number was, at least 100 people would have came to my table. This is what I'm saying.
But like I said, it's about the event. Now I do know, because Lakeisha of Natural by Design, last year she was at the Spirit Detroit, but I do remember it was certain events like the hustle and dance classes. She was her vending, they were vending there. When they did more adult like activities where the adults were going to be there, and plus she was right there during the lunchtime, sometimes during the lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? You just got to look at the events and look at and be like, okay, is this going to fit for what I'm selling? And make that decision. Okay, so you don't have to do everything. Not every vending event and not every event is for your niche. So you got to know what your niche is, know what your target market is, and be like, like for me, I know I'm going to sign up, and my thing is wherever Trap Yoga Studio is doing, I'm going to make sure I'm there, because that's my target market. People who are into health and fitness, people who are into a little bit of spirituality, they taking care of their bodies. Okay, it makes sense for Tava to be there when they're doing their yoga. It doesn't make any sense for me to be there if they're doing a back to school special and giving away free vaccinations, free backpacks, free, but listen to what I'm saying, free bike. Doesn't make any sense for me to be there. So you have to sit and look at your niche. But ballroom hustle, I'm a ballroom hustle dancer. That's part of health and wellness and fitness. That's a niche. So it's a trick to know where your niche is and see if your products are going to fit with that niche. It's a great opportunity because they have a lot of events going on at several different locations all at once. You just got to make sure you fit right there. And that's what I learned from the last event I did with you. We just need to make sure we fit right here.
You know what? And I'm going to say something, because just because it was a bunch of children and it was really centered around children being able to play, doesn't mean Face Game Beauty or no other place really fit. It was way too many adults for Face Game Beauty not to fit, is what I'm saying. There's plenty of mamas that wore makeup, and I've seen them. For me, I understand what you're saying, and which is 100%, you are 100% correct. You do need to fit in the atmosphere of your product. But at this one, it was, to me and for me, the young lady that was over this event, she did not tell people about the vendors that were selling their products. It was just really all about the kids going to play. Because if you remember, some of the people came in, I didn't even know this was here. We up under a tent. It was that component. And then like what you were saying, because I had even thought, I said, I'm gonna be around a lot of kids. Maybe I ought to buy some children's toys. I said, maybe I invest in some children's toys. And I called one of my girlfriends up because she, when she do events like at schools and she know it's going to be kids, she sell purses. So this is, she sell purses and eyewear. And she had all these different type of toys because she knew what type of environment. Now you can find your niche. You can move towards the niche by understanding that, okay, I may sell Face Game Beauty products, but I know I'm gonna be around a bunch of kids, so I need to invest in some kid stuff to attract them. attract their attention, and the parents is gonna come over because they're gonna see all of this stuff they can play with. So with that being said, that can work both ways, from my perspective. Yeah, so
So you
next
saying
time
having an interactive is good too, to bring the people, draw over, and then the interaction, like you said, to
Yeah.
draw the children, then here come mama and whoever else she
Yeah.
brought with her. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Crack it up.
But I love the exposure. I definitely see the exposure. And like I said, you can find like that one girl that came with her baby and got the red, she works for the city of Detroit. You get somebody walking to the office with, your lip, and it starts that whole conversation. And it's like, okay, well, the city where it's a dance. It's a dance. I love being out. That day it was cold. They put the tent up.
Well, wasn't it though?
Cold. We have these bipolar weeks. One week is all 90s and the next week it's like 40. You're like, oh, but I did meet a lot of good vendors at that particular pop-up, and it was a lot of good neck. And like you said, the hi hello card, I love that app, being able to capture people's information right then and there, and they have it. And yeah, I'm like, I just definitely want to see you succeed and more people see your brand, because you have an excellent brand, an excellent product. And I want to say, if nobody has ever told you this yet, I don't know if you are an Elizabeth in every way, form, shape, form, and fashion. You embody everything about being passionate and purpose about your baby, your business. And yeah, I know I've learned a lot from you, from our conversations, and just really implementing everything that I'm passionate about as well. So I just wanted to let you know that.
I appreciate that.
Well, I want to share with you, Rosa, that my grandbaby, she as something to offer especially the little ladies. When I come over, she said, "Grandma, do you have any lip gloss?"
That's too cute.
So to have a little lip glosses for the little girls or guys, their lips drying and stuff, they like to have that will draw mommy over there as well. You might think about that, incorporating something for the little people. Like, that's how you got involved, because your mom would buy that kit, right? Mm-hmm.
I get exactly what you're saying. So just let me give you a real life, this happened, real talk. So yeah. I did this event. It was a martial arts competition. So it's a lot of kids, right? In that type of environment again. But the little girls was coming up because they was fascinated by my makeup. They was like, mommy, they was pulling their mom over and stuff like that. And that's when I knew, I was like, even though I look at the demographics with my website, but when children see my stuff, that's when I knew that they was attracted to it. Well, I probably start promoting on a level like what you saying. I'll take it as far as like, this makeup is for all age groups. You know what I mean? Or or investing in maybe a tube that is a little more kid friendly, like, you know what I mean? But kids like beauty too.
Yeah.
You
teach them in the way they should go.
Speaking, I'm gonna say this.
Okay, early.
Speaking of teaching,
Rose,
hold on. Speaking of teaching, would you ever consider having hosting a makeup class?
Oh, for sure.
A basic face makeup class.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, for sure.
I think we got one of our Sunday workshops, Queen of Doing. I'm just saying.
Sure. I was just going to say about that.
Without a doubt.
I was just going to say about the kitty, Omani. I was just going to say about the kitty lip gloss. Girl, one of them little kitty, every little girl I know be rushing me to get them some lip gloss. Every little girl I know, and I'm the auntie, so I had the little girls around me. Don't
I
take them in
have
the
a
store.
flashback.
They be trying to get that. They be trying to get that lip gloss from age 5 to 17. They want lip
Uh-huh.
gloss.
Oh yeah.
That's all they want. They don't want the lipstick. They want that lip gloss.
It's
Yeah.
so real. It's so real. Listen, piggyback off of what you're saying, as a school teacher, do you know how many lip glosses I've had to confiscate to the end of the day, even in second grade? I'm like, "Mom, we're on ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and you're on Beautify Me,
LIP.
Yeah,
LIP." Yeah, they're so interested.
they are. They are.
Mhm.
I had a flashback, you all. Do you remember the little teeny tiny Avon samples? I used to love those.
Yes.
The little
I'm
bitty.
cracking up.
Listen, I had a collection.
Hello.
Mama, give me that sample. You don't need to give me the.
Give it right,
Yes.
right. I think that on the vending tip, especially when you're outdoors, and then there's this thing, and you have, like, I've had my grandbaby with me, and they had bracelets, you know, and stuff, but nothing her size. And that's where I would have spent my money. If, you know,
Mhm.
the kids want something, the parents get up off of it, you know, but
Right.
there's nothing for her size. You know,
Okay.
so that was something that we can, even earrings and stuff, you know, I would not have her wearing this, but if there was a small, cute one here, well, here, baby, this is the area that you want to look at, because mommy will spend money on her before she will, most moms will spend money on them
Baby.
for, yeah. So just in that consideration of, yeah, and the colors, you know, they're going to pick up the red. You're not, you can wear this color, even with your products. No, here's the softer pink. Mommy wears the red, okay, you know. But
Hey, you know what? I just got an idea and I just had a flashback myself. You guys remember glamour shots being in the mall?
Oh yes. Oh
And
yeah.
I remember me and my
Yeah.
mom did that with you get the makeup done and they had
Uh-huh.
and they did the photo shoots. And I'm like, oh my God,
Bring
it
it back.
would be nice if we can actually recreate that.
Yeah.
At the shop, where you get a basic, something light, something basic, but you get to take the pictures with your mom or your sisters or something, because I remember that experience and that was so much fun.
It was a great bonding session.
It
yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Rosa, they have to purchase it to put it on their mouth. So,
Actually, I was just gonna think about putting,
you gotta buy.
I was gonna put the lipstick in the price. Like, here you go. It's already in there. The lip gloss. At
Yeah,
least
like Prince
Yeah, and
does.
include your picture.
Yes. Take a pic, you know, sell a ticket and you get the blah 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 with it. That's how Prince mastered the concert game. He had the highest ticket sales because the ticket sale for the CD was in the ticket. He killed the game. The man was mad at him for that one. They were mad at him for that. Oh yes.
And that's
Marketing.
powerful. One other piece though that comes to mind though, because I've seen it. Beauty is so important. So skincare should be part of what is pushed, because little girls are so distracted with trying to keep up and so sexualized so early. And it is such a distraction. I mean, I even had my special ed students all focused on being fabulous. And I'm like, when you come from so much trauma, as the children I've worked with, it's, I think about the balance and what I can do to help mitigate it, because some of their mothers they're traumatized too, and they don't
Yeah.
understand those subtleties. So yeah, I just wanted to make that awareness,
Like teaching them
Good
how to
idea. Because like I
cleanse
said,
their
you missed
faces
it.
properly.
Yes.
You missed
And
it, Ivana. I said earlier, my mom is the one that got me into skincare routine.
Skincare. Yeah.
She's the one that taught me how to do my face and how to wash it twice a day and what to use and how the products to use, and even to the point. And I can't believe I'm going to share this, but I'm going to share this. An old school regimen that my aunt and my mother taught me was to use your first morning urine as a toner on your face.
Listen, come on, Danyelle,
My
tell the
mother
truth.
taught
Yes,
me
Tell the
my
truth.
mother taught me that.
My
Yes,
mother
your,
taught
so
me
your
that.
first morning urine is more it's more sterile.
Yeah.
It is a great way. If you, I've never had a face of pimples. I've never experienced acne. I've never done. I drink as much water as I can. I eat my
Yeah.
fruits and vegetables. But that is the old school. And when I first
Danielle, thank you for
taught this,
sharing that. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
with
Yeah,
It heals sores too.
Yep.
It heals
Yeah.
sores.
It does. And I
and the
didn't miss
baby
it,
and the
Danielle.
babies and infants piss. And
Yeah,
infants.
that's what it
Yeah.
was. Their diapers.
I've
Their
never heard that
And
one. Okay.
But your own is very good for that's your self-made perfect medicine. If you get a
for
sore,
your
something
DNA.
cold sore, you put that urine that first
Now
run,
that
you,
baby
you
skin.
let go and then stop and then catch. But
Yeah.
the baby cold sores when you get cut, your
It's
sores will
true.
heal just like that. And I'm not
That's what
playing.
I
That is
learned.
the
That's
truth.
what I
When we in
learned.
the woods, that's all we got.
That's all we got. It's true. And Danielle, I didn't miss it. I'm so your mom was on it. And you
Thank
know,
you for
it's
sharing.
these newer moms, they don't have that information. And it's so important to learn some basics off, you know, off in the starting block. And to Mama Het, yes, we learned that. No, I was Queen of Dooney. Those when I first experienced that, my mom would take the urine from the baby diapers. And because they had no toxins, you know, but you have a filter within your own body, so you have your own prescription for yourself with that. So that's so powerful. And it's a lot of mothers miss it. They don't realize you start there with those youngsters. All they want is the glamorous side, not a building block process. You know, when you get to the next stage, then you can do this. But before that, we're practicing this. It's like a rite of passage. You can do things
That
until
was the
you get.
circle.
Yeah.
That was what the sister circles were, because a lot of people use makeup to cover up what's going on. You have to get to the root of the challenge. If you have bad skin, you don't put makeup. I don't care how organic or blah 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 it is. You need to check in with your mental state and what is going on, because you want to enhance and you don't want to harm your face or your skin any further. I mean, it's perfect. It heals itself if we
But that's
take care.
also where face mapping comes in. There's a face map, like every area on your face is pertaining to a particular organ inside your body. So when you get a pimple, I know you get a pimple right in your chin area, that's telling you something's going on with your reproductive system.
Yes.
If you have the eyes, that's something going on with your kidneys. If you get a pimple underneath this area, that's your intestine, your intestines and I got to look it up, but you can look up face mapping. Your pimples on your forehead is letting you know what part of your body you need to detox. You need to stop eating these Takis and these chips and this pop.
Ooh, tell them too.
Yes, at the liquor store, because it's affecting I see young girls all the time with messed up skin, and they sit there eating all this processed food, and it's like, baby, do you eat an apple? Have you drunk some water? This is affecting your skin, but nobody is telling them that. So it's like, I'm writing this down. It's another workshop. We got a couple of workshops going on here. Yes, we do.
Yeah, the hot chips are not part of the food groups, okay? And it's just awful.
And I love hot chips too.
You might have, so imagine a classroom of 32 kids. And
with
sometimes
red
they have to take gym, excuse me?
Red fingertips.
Oh, yes. And sometimes they have to take gym in the classroom. So, you know, I would leave. And then when I come back in, and let me tell you something, the hormones bouncing. Babies should not have some of those aromas and scents coming so early on, but we're maturing. And oh my gosh, I kept a little Victoria's Secret. Victoria really was a secret in a brown paper bag. We're like, baby, take the secret bag.
You gonna make me fall off this stool.
I'm cracking up.
Hold on, everybody, hold on.
I'm cracking up.
Some of that should stay a secret, okay? So let's just prevent it. Let's prevent it. I had one for girls and I had one for boys. I'm like, do the tube was real, okay? And
you need to clean.
We have
you got to clean
that.
it for you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Wash
goodness.
it and clean it.
Yes, ma'am. And I
throw
kept
that leg up. Get in there between and betwixt. Clean all in the side.
I'm so done right now. Yes, ma'am. It's real. And you know, some of the parents had no clue because some of those special ed kids, their mamas was special ed too. You know, so
I'm
it
cracking
really was
up.
a community effort, you know, to bring it together. So wow,
We got
this
to do
is
this.
like it is, ma'am.
Mhm.
We got to do this. We got to do
Mm.
this.
Well, Queens, it is 10:02.
Come on, my head.
You know what to do at 10:02. So that we can begin doing something else to do.
Amen. Amen.
So I want to say this, Reverend Alani said something to me regarding the the event. And that is, and so she has made a commitment that this week she is committed to 5 tickets sold.
Okay.
I'm going to look and see what it's going to take for us to cover everything. How many tickets we're going to have to, you know, take care of. And I would really like for, I haven't talked to her, so I'm putting her on Front Street. She don't have to answer right now. And she can say no. But I would like
Who you
for,
talking to?
I'm talking that one that's in the green lit up box.
You got jokes. You got jokes all the time. All the time she got jokes, y'all.
But I would love for her to take on being a cheerleader for the tickets, because what she knows from Landmark and how to you know, how to enroll people and engaging them, that even if they don't want to, they can't be there. The next question is what?
Sponsor something.
Who would you like to sponsor to be there?
Huh? Yeah,
Like them, yeah,
right.
they can't come, but who would you like to sponsor to come?
And then us making some commitments. We're in 3 weeks now. Some commitments that that will cause movement, cause action. I'm committed, like she said, I'm committed to 5 this week. 5, you know, like that. Because if we don't, then nothing will happen. So we want to do that, and she's been very successful with Landmark in helping to, when we would have to enroll people, when we was enrolling people to come to the meetings, the meeting was free, but them to actually commit and make them, that was like what last time, Danyelle, you was the most recent, it was like $700 and stuff like that.
$7.95, yeah.
Right. So we're just asking for $20. And we want to also
Is that for, my question, is that for one day or both days?
both days.
Okay, good. I have
I
somebody
took
that
that
doesn't
out.
use it. I have somebody who don't send money through the computer. I told them I would get their ticket for them and they're gonna give me the money back to not today. So what do I do? Just go in and register? How do I get the ticket for her? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, just register and register with and give it to her.
Or the ticket, again, what, email to me or something?
Yeah, it'll email to you when you buy it.
Okay. All right. That's all I want to know.
Mhm.
All right. So I'll do that today.
And then what we're going for is the 3. So, you know, like last night, who was I talking to? And she was saying, oh, one of my clients. And so I know her friend. She's one of my clients as well. And so she said, well, let me see. I said, well, you know, I'm going to talk to Michelle. So I'll tell her that you're going, and y'all just grab one or more of your friends and get a $50 ticket. Bam, you done save $10. And it's your Elizabeth. They are your Elizabeth. So you get to hang out with your Elizabeth. And yeah, I instead of 1 day, 2 day, I wanted people to just have the freedom. And if you need to leave, you can throw it on the radio while you know, on your phone as you're driving away, because you had to leave during the time when someone was speaking that you was really into, but you can continue that And like I said, they'll see something, they may be online, but it's like, oh no, oh, look at, I can feel that energy out there. I'm going to tonight. I'm going, you know, and it's no big thing. They just bring their ticket. Butts in the seat. That's what the Holy Ghost wants. Butts in the seat. So we can have a big fraternity. What is that? What's the thing when you go have your baby? Yeah, the wait, yeah, maternity. I was saying fraternity. Maternity.
Queen Adoni, how many people do you expect to come to the Elizabeth conference so far?
About 200.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. That's what we're working on.
that's a good number.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let us give ourselves a big hug. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to stretch that back. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on, Rosa.
Oh,
For a minute, give yourself a hug. Good to see you, Lolly. And hug the world. Yes, yes.
myself
Hug the world.
up.
No, 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 no. Nah. Out.
Peace out.
Out. Love you guys. Mwah.
Good show, Danyelle.
Thank you.
How do I cut this off?